So grand rising everybody. How you guys doing today on this magnificent Saturday morning? So wherever you guys are seeing this and whenever you send this video, do me a favor. Make sure you guys tap in and drop your city and state to let us know where you're seeing this video from. We're currently broadcasting on our YouTube channel and our Facebook channel as well as our Facebook group, as well as our Facebook page and our TikTok platform. So my name is Eric, and broadcasting from Columbia, South Carolina. This is kind of out of the ordinary, out of the source for me, for us, and wanted to kind of reach out to some people who may be interested in some of the things that we have to offer. So some of you guys don't know, we are a sublimation blanks and supply company located right in the heart of Columbia, South Carolina. Now, some of the products that we offer in our sublimation blanks and supply company, of course, are sublimation blanks. We offer heat tape, we offer vinyl, heat transfer vinyl, we offer the supplies, guys. We offer the gloves. We have our own paper line. We have our own ink, things like that, guys. Anything that pretty much you need. We have heat presses. We have some tumbler presses. We have mug presses. We have things that you can actually use to include an array of blanks, sublimation blanks that you can use to actually build your sublimation business. However, we also have an academy. Our academy is the Blanks Spot Academy. And if you have never gone to our website, you can actually go to our website. It is theblanksspot.com. That's TheBlanksSpot.com. You can go to theblankspot.com and you can actually see our academy. Now, what does that mean and what does it look like? What does it look like? That means that in our academy, we have different trainings. A lot of them are pre-recorded. So, hey T, how are you? Thanks for jumping on. A lot of those classes are pre-recorded. So many of you have been introduced to our conversation when we talk about business beyond crafting. We talked about business information, business education, things that go outside of just crafting, just making things. We talk about the back end of business. We also talk about the front end, stuff like pricing and understanding pricing and things like that. But right now, guys, I want to share something with you that many of you may not know. We have a couple of classes on our academy, theblankspot.com. You go theblankspot.com, you go to the academy, the Blank Spot Academy, and you'll be able to see these classes. We have 2 classes that we're offering right now, pre-recorded classes that are on sale. This is going to be mainly for people who have businesses. Okay. So if you're just jumping on, do me a favor, double tap your screen, like it, share it with the business owner, someone who may be just getting started. You may be new in business. You may be new to creating things. You may be new to crafting. You may be making t-shirts. You may be making tumblers. You may have found us because you were doing some type of vinyl, some type of DTF transfers. You may have even found us because you were doing underwater basket weaving. I don't care. But we have 2 classes that we're featuring that are on our academy that we're offering 50% off right now. Okay, 50% off of these classes right now. So these 2 classes that we're currently offering 50% off of are the common tax deduction classes for business owners and also the record keeping classes for business owners. Now, why am I talking about that on the Sublimation Blanks and Supply Company platform? Well, before we were the Sublimation Blanks and Supply Company, we were business owners in another business, and we still own that business. That business is National Business Builders, where we teach financial and business education to individuals who want to either understand their personal finances or to customers and business owners who want to build a business. Well, we took a lot of that information and we incorporated it. We incorporated it into the Blanks Spot, where we began to share classes with people, business owners who wanted to learn how to keep their records, who wanted to learn how the tax system works. Because we know as business owners, we're going to have to going to have to file taxes. So this may not apply to everybody. If you're just hanging out, if you're just crafting, if you're just playing around, if you're just having fun, you may not want this information. But for the business owners out there who are serious about their business, it's almost tax time, y'all. It is almost tax time. And what does that mean and what does it look like? That means that right now somebody is shuffling through a quart size Ziploc bag full of receipts. That's what that means. That means that somebody is shuffling through a shoebox full of receipts. That means that somebody is trying to create some Excel spreadsheet formats and some formulas so they can actually learn how to keep their own records. That's what that means. And if that is you, there's nothing wrong with it. If your record keeping system is compiled of a Ziploc bag, if your record keeping system is compiled of a shoebox, if you decide that you are best, you're best at creating formulas on Excel spreadsheet to create your profit and loss statement or to capture your expenses, that's you. Nothing wrong with that. But we want to offer you an opportunity to check out what we have to hopefully improve what you currently have. 50% off of those two classes. We have a common tax deduction class and we have a record keeping class for your business. And then also at the end, we have also a record keeping platform that we use that we're going to offer you guys as well. So those classes are 50% off. Now, why am I talking about this? Like I said, it's tax time. It's almost tax time. It's may as well say it's November. And for many people, many of you just started business. Okay. So many of you just started business. You got the information from a guru on one of these platforms, whether it was TikTok, whether it was Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, whatever the case may be. You got this information from one of the gurus that you could start a business. But not a lot of people talk about the back end of business. Not a lot of people talk about what happens during tax time when it's time to file taxes. So I want to talk about that and see if this applies to you. If it does, then you can get the information and you can use it the best to your ability. You can look at the replays, and if you have a question, you can reach out to us. Okay. If it does not apply to you, you can keep on scrolling past and keep on going by. So, if you are on here, I just ask that you share this with somebody that you know who is in business that wants to be better in business. Now, I don't know how your 2023 year went. I'm not sure how it went, but I do know that at the beginning of the year, January 1st, as a business owner, if you have formed some type of legal corporation, if you form some type of legal corporation, you have the responsibility of filing taxes as that business owner. Now, you don't have to file if you're self-employed and you don't want to file your taxes. You don't have to. I mean, you're supposed to, but you don't have to. But when you have that LLC, there are some legal obligations that you have to do. Now, I encourage everyone out there to take advantage of their tax deductions. I encourage everyone out there to take advantage of them because as a business owner, having tax deductions is going to help you to legally lower your taxes, and it's going to help you to keep more of your money. Okay. Now, that's a conversation that a lot of people don't want to have, especially as a smaller business owner, as a micro business, as a crafter, creator, designer. We don't want to have that conversation. As a matter of fact, most of us are just content with just, making stuff. But this is the time right now when the rubber meets the road. And we always reach out to people around this time. This is the time when the rubber meets the road, where people didn't do as good of a job as keeping up with their expenses as they thought they did. People didn't keep up with their receipts. People did not even understand how much money they were making. And even so, even if people did not make a lot of money in business, understand this. A lot of folks don't understand. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. So even if you didn't make a lot of money in business, even reporting those expenses to get those deductions is going to help you to lower your taxes to keep you in business a little bit longer. So many of you have jobs. Okay. Many of you have jobs and you're working a business on the side. And that means that you have the best leverage out there. If you have a job and you have a business, you have the best leverage out there. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help y'all out for a minute, okay? Because people are popping on and they don't know the I guess they don't know um the etiquette on here. So I'm gonna help you guys out. Just ask that you guys double tap the screen if you find some value in this. If you're here to look for some free information, I'm going to tell you, there's lots of it out there on YouTube University. Lots of it. If you're here to look for some valuable information that you can verify, then this is the place to be. And that's the blank spot. Okay. You have the ability to go back and check out the information that we share with you via those 2 classes that we have. So the 2 classes that we're going to be sharing with you are the record keeping class and the common tax deduction class. Those 2 classes are 50% off for pre-Black Friday. Now, this is going to be a huge an important decision for a lot of people. As I broadcast this live through our Facebook group, we have about 1,500 or so people that are in that group, and I'm pretty concerned. But I'm wondering how many people actually understand record keeping and how many people actually understand the common tax deduction. So I have a comment over here on TikTok. I just started with my business. I know nothing about taxes and how the system works. Here I am, Jamaican. So divine. Here's the thing. I cannot pin this because my account is attached to TikTok. It's attached to TikTok, and I'm not sure what's going to happen if I put a picture up. Okay. But what I do want you to do is you have the option. You have the option to do 2 things. You can go to theblanksspot.com, which the website is in our description. You can go to that link in our description, and you can either make an appointment. We have an hourly appointment. You can set that up through our academy. I think it's going to say Silhouette Studio, but it's going to be an appointment calendar you can set up right there. Or you can actually set up an appointment. You can actually look at the academy and you can purchase the 2 classes. The 2 classes are regularly $29.99 a piece. They're right now 50% off. Okay. That 50% off is going to last for a little while, but it's a pre-Black Friday sale. So I appreciate your candor and your honesty, because most business owners new to business won't be honest with me or with themselves. So I'm gonna be talking to you, since we're gonna have this dialogue. I'm gonna be talking to you a lot since you're on here. Okay. Now, if you're new to business, it's going to be important that you have some type of record keeping software. Okay. Once again, a lot of people are using Ziploc bags to keep their receipts. A lot of people are using shoe boxes to keep their receipts. And I'm going to show you and tell you some of the drawbacks to keeping Ziploc bags full of receipts. There is ink on the paper, and the ink on that receipt paper will fade. Okay. They will fade, and you will not be able to capture your expenses. So the IRS does not care if that ink fades. And then the other thing is, in that Ziploc bag and or that shoebox, those things can combust, and it can catch fire. And if you lose your records because of some type of tragedy like that, the IRS, once again, is not going to care. That's why it's important to keep your records in some type of software. Now, as far as the Excel spreadsheet, there's a lot of people who are going to want to do everything themselves. And I get it. That's your crafting mindset. That's your crafting mentality. The crafting mentality says that I want to do it myself. I want to have my hands in it, and I want to control everything. To you, I can't help you. I can't help you. I can't even address you, because even addressing you is probably going to, get me like kind of here. But what I will say is this: if you're the type of person that wants to do an Excel spreadsheet, just keep in mind that you need to make a backup. You need to make a backup because technology has a way of showing you how it can be. Technology, computers crash, hard drives crash. Even having a backup external hard drive, it can actually get corrupt. Okay. So when I say record keeping software, I mean a software that is going to have access or be attached to a server. Being attached to some type of server is going to allow you to have a backup to that software. That way you can still download it. And then if you decide to, download it, print it, keep paper copy, you can do that as well. So you say you buy most things online. That's not a bad thing. Buying your items online, it gives you the opportunity also to go back and look at the receipts and go to your email. As a matter of fact, you know what? Emailing those receipts to you as well is going to be a good idea. You can actually go through and you can download those things. But ultimately, when it's time to file taxes, you're going to have to be organized, because if you're doing it yourself for the very first time as a business owner, then you're not going to know everything that you can deduct. You may not know where to put everything. You may not know where every item goes. Using tax software, and I'm speaking from experience, using tax software is not always the best option either, because even using tax software, you have to know where to put the items. So what we have right now, like I said, if you guys are just jumping on, my name is Eric, coming in from Columbia, South Carolina, and this is the Blanks Spot. We are a sublimation blanks and supply company, but we are offering 2 classes for 50% off. Okay, these classes are 50% off. They're on our website, theblanksspot.com. You can go to the academy and you can get these classes for 50% off. It is the common tax deductions class, and it's also the record keeping class. So, once again, writing down everything. So I want you guys to understand something. I want you to think outside of being small business. I want you to think outside of, and I want you to think about this design divine. Think outside of a small business. Think of yourself as a corporation. Corporations are not writing things down. They're inputting items. They're putting items into systems. And the reason why a lot of smaller businesses stay small or die out is because they don't have any systems in place. You need to have a system in place. That's what's going to help you. Having a system in place. And I'm not talking about a manual system. I'm talking about a digital system, because it's going to make sense. Writing it down, that's fine. But later on, you still have to upload it to something. Now, this is not going to gel with everybody, and I get it. No, not everybody's going to receive what I'm saying, and that's okay. I only came on here to share with you that we got 2 classes that can help business owners out. 2 classes. One is a common tax deduction class, and one is a record keeping class, and those classes are currently 50% off. This is a pre-Black Friday sale. These classes are 50% off. Okay? What does that mean, and what does it look like? When you have a business, you're going to have expenses. Most of you already know that. You figured that out. When you have expenses, then you are allowed to write those expenses off. As a business owner, you're allowed to write those expenses off. You cannot write off what you do not have or what you can't prove. Hence the reason why you want to have some digital copies. Hopefully that makes sense. It's tax time, y'all. We're gonna go. We coasted through October because everybody was excited about Halloween. So we coasted through October. We're gonna slide through November because everybody's gonna be excited about Thanksgiving. And then we're gonna struggle through Christmas trying to get items, trying to make items or purchase items. And then January is gonna hit. And when January hits, that's when it's going to actually hit you. Especially if you're new to business, it's going to hit you. And you're going to say, man, I got to do my taxes. I'm going to be honest with you. Some people probably still haven't done their taxes from last year. So How many people, and you don't have to answer this question, but how many people are currently have a hold on their records? They have a control over their records. They understand how to keep records. They understand what they can write off and what they cannot write off. How many people understand the common tax deductions? Do you have a tax professional that understands your business? Do you know how to hire that tax professional? All those things are important. See, business is not just about making things and selling them to make money. It's not. I met a young business owner last weekend that is that's self-employed business owner, and we were having a conversation, just a brief conversation, and I asked him, I said, since you've been in business, have you been able to lower your taxes? Have you been able to actually leverage and take advantage of the tax deductions that are afforded by business owners? And he said, I'm gonna be honest with you, man, I don't understand that part of the business. But we continue to go out and we do business. I'm not telling you to stop doing business. I'm encouraging you to probably make some time inside of your busy schedule of making all this money and learning how to keep the money by learning how to record your expenses properly and by understanding the common tax deductions. Right now, we have a class. The classes are 50% off. They're pre-recorded classes. They're 50% off. You can go to theblankspot.com. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, the information is in the description. If you're not on YouTube, if you're watching this from our TikTok channel, if you're watching this from our Facebook channel, it's also in the description. But if you're not on our YouTube or TikTok, YouTube or our Facebook, you can go to our YouTube channel, The Blank Spot Academy, and you can watch this video again. You can go directly to those links, and you can actually look at those links, and you can click on those. And if it makes sense to you, it's 50% off. If it doesn't make sense to you and you have your own strategy and you have your own plan, by all means, keep doing what you're doing. But the thing of it is when you understand how business works, when you understand that business is more than just selling t-shirts and tumblers, when you understand that it's more than just crocheting and doing embroidery, when you understand that business is more than just about making things to sell to make money, when you understand that it's more than just a side hustle, just a side gig, or even offering opportunities, when you're out there and you understand this, you'll understand the importance of that part of the business, the record keeping. Last but not least, if you are a business coach and you happen to see this, if you're a business coach and you happen to see this, if you are a life coach and you happen to see this, if you are anybody who is teaching and educating other business owners and you do not have a system or a strategy to help them, to teach them, or to share with them about the common tax deductions and record keeping, feel free to reach out. We'll do some one-on-ones with you. You may not want us to talk to your audience. You may not want us to talk to your audience, and that's fine. But at least equip yourself with the information so you can be better equipped, so you can share. Because half sharing is not really going to get it. Teaching somebody how to start a business, but not helping them to understand how to maintain it is not going to get it. Teaching somebody how to make a t-shirt to make six figures, but not educating them on how the tax system works and understanding how to record expenses and the common tax deductions and how to pick a qualified tax professional is not going to get it. If you're going to teach one thing in business, a lot of things go together. So that's just my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. My name is Eric, coming in from Columbia, South Carolina, and this is The Blank Spot. We are a sublimation blanks supply company, but we do talk about business because that is what we are, business owners. And if you are looking for classes, we have two pre-recorded classes. One is the record keeping class, and one is the common tax deductions class that's going to help you to improve your business. So Like I always say to you guys, if you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. I will see everybody at the top because there's too many people at the bottom struggling. Peace.